Therefore, it's an especial pleasure, Secretary Burns, to have you with us today. We look forward to your insight at the United Nations. It's important that we continue to explore potential diplomatic.
Senator Lugar, thank you very much. On the first issue, I think there's been universal condemnation of the Iranian government for having taken prisoner the UK personnel, the 15 people, 14 men and 1 female, a couple of days ago. I was at NATO at the earlier part of this week, and all the NATO countries agreed to be supportive of the United Kingdom. I believe you'll see that also occur at the UN Security Council today. So we hope, and obviously all of us hope, that Iran will make the right decision and release these people because they're entirely innocent, and they were operating under United Nations authority as part of the multinational coalition, and they were clearly inside Iraqi waters.
Of accepting a verifiable cessation of their nuclear program.
But you've seen this rapid development now of a major international coalition. The only countries that I can find that are actually speaking up on behalf of Iran, so the friends of Iran, would be Syria and Belarus and Sudan and Venezuela and Cuba, the Gang of Five. And that's a pretty notorious group of countries. Everyone else, including all that I mentioned in my opening remarks, including some of the non-aligned leaders, India, Brazil, Egypt, Argentina, South Africa, Indonesia, are now all on record supporting sanctions against Iran, tough sanctions. And today is that I'm confident that we have some time with which to work. Secretary Paulson and Secretary Rice have used their influence with corporate and financial leaders around the world to essentially give the message to European, Arab, and Asian bankers that Iran is not a good credit risk, and that if Iran is going to be subject to international sanctions and national sanctions, companies and financial institutions ought to think twice about long-term investments.
One of our very highest priorities that we want from our relationship with them.
This has been a high priority for us.